For those of you who have not received the $1,400 stimulus check, this video is dedicated to you as we're going to be talking about everything that we know as of right now. Now, this video pertains to everybody, including those of you in the following categories: Social Security, Retirement, Disability, SSDI, Survivors, SSI, VA, RRB, Low Income, No Income, Non-Filer, Homeless, and anybody else who I didn't mention. If you haven't received the $1,400, this video is for you. Let's talk about it. But hey everybody, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you are having a nice day so far. If you haven't done so already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, as I will continue to be here for you every single day as your daily advocate, keeping you updated, answering all your questions, and helping you get some of this money and benefits that you're eligible for during this time. Thank you so much, and I want to do whatever I can to help you. I know this is a frustrating time, especially those of you who have not received your $1,400 yet. I get it. It's incredibly frustrating, especially when we don't have any information. So I want to do whatever I can to help you out through this time and give you the information you need. Let's talk about this. So what do we know as of now? Well, to be totally honest with you, not much. Why do I say not much? Because we're not getting a whole lot of updates out of the IRS. Here's what we do know. There are still a lot of paper checks and prepaid debit cards that are still in transit. They are still in the mail right now on their way for delivery. At the same time, the IRS is processing more payments today, Friday, April 16th. So they will be processing more payments in the form of direct deposits. They'll be hitting bank accounts and cards like Direct Express, Chime, NetSpend, all these other ones that may be out there, as well as bank accounts that will be processed and hitting bank accounts or all these cards next Wednesday, whatever date that is, the 21st, April 21st is Wednesday. Yeah. So they'll be hitting then. At the same time, they will be sending out more paper checks along the way throughout the day. So if you could potentially be receiving a paper check, just remember, if it has happened to be mailed out today, well, it's going to take a few days to get there to you. Maybe it could be a week, maybe it could be 10 days, maybe even up to 2 weeks it could take to get there. So if you're waiting for something to arrive in the mail, just remember, it's going to take a little while, especially if today, April 16th, is your mail date. You just got to keep watching for it. There's nothing we can do once it is mailed out. There's nothing we can do other than just continue waiting for it to eventually show up. So I know it's really frustrating. I know it feels like we're left in the dark. We don't have any information. What's going on? They're not taking care of us. They forgot about us. I know it feels that way. But for the most part, if you're eligible for a $1,400 stimulus check, you should be getting it at some point. When? That's the magic question that we're all looking for the answer for. We're all waiting to see and figure out, when are we going to get this $1,400? I get it. So another thing too, the IRS on their website, they continue to tell people the best and fastest way to get the third $1,400 stimulus check is by filing a basic, they call it a basic 2020 tax return. Even for those of you who typically do not file a tax return, that's what they continue to say on their website. The best way to get it and the fastest way is by filing a 2020 tax return. So if you haven't gotten it yet and you're not expecting a paper check in the mail or anything like that, you may want to consider filing a tax return. Now here's the deal. I do not know your situation. I'm not your accountant. I'm not your CPA, and I cannot give you tax or accounting advice. I can't tell you what to do. But based on what the IRS is saying, and they're urging people to file a 2020 tax return, you might want to think about doing it. You can go to the IRS website. You can do it for free. It should only take you a few minutes. It's simple. You can do it right there online on their website. You can simply go to irs.gov, and then right there on the main page, there's a button that says file for free or something like that. Free file, I think it is, or file for free, something like that. It's right there on the IRS website. You can click on that, and then you can just file a tax return. Very basic. Even if you have no income, right? It's still basically just zeros across the board, right? So it's basically just a way for the IRS to capture your information so that they can supply and send out your stimulus check based on the information that you give them. So now, with that being said, let's talk about homeless people. because this is a huge group of people that typically does not receive the stimulus checks because they don't have access, or maybe they don't have an address, or they don't have a bank account. Well, check it out. You can do that. If you are homeless or you know somebody who is, you can do the same thing I just said. You can file a 2020 tax return. Even if you have zero income, you can do that, fill out your information. And if you do not have a bank account, if you can use a friend's address, a family member's address. If you have a shelter that you live at, you could use their address, provided you might want to ask them first. But you can use one of these addresses and they will send you a paper check or a prepaid debit card. Otherwise, you can always look on their website right there on the IRS. You can open up a bank account. You can go to a bank, get a free bank account, just a really simple checking or savings account, and then you can get an account number and a routing number that you could supply into your tax return that you file there, and then they can send you your $1,400. And the best part is, if you didn't receive any money from last year in 2020, you could technically claim that as well. The $1,800 from last year plus the $1,400 from this year, I mean, you could be looking at $3,200 of free money. It's going to take a little bit to get it, but that's what you can do. So I wanted to bring all this to your attention. I get it. It's frustrating. We don't have a whole lot of information. Trust me, I'm right there with you. I'm looking for stuff on a daily basis, multiple times a day. I am doing research. I'm looking all over the place. And it's like we don't have much. You know what I mean? There's just not much out there for new updates, new information. I know some people are kind of irritated saying, you said, okay, yes, I did say that most people would get their payments on April 7th, and that's exactly what happened. A bunch of people got their payments on April 14th. That's what happened. And I also have been saying for many, many months now, what's going to happen is a big chunk of the payments are going to go out. Most people are going to get their money. And then afterward, we're going to be left with a small group, a small handful of people that didn't get their money for some unknown reason. And then we'll need to figure it out. I've said that so many times in other videos. Well, unfortunately, this video is for all of you who have been left out and haven't received the payment yet. So I want to continue doing what I can to help you out. But I got to ask of you, please be patient with me. I can only give you the information that I find. Seriously, I'm not going to make stuff up and just come back for a video and make a bunch of whole stuff up. I'm not going to do that. I need to be able to back up my information with reliable sources that I can say, here's exactly where I found this. By the way, I get a lot of my information from the IRS website, irs.gov. Feel free to check it out and look for yourself. But I need to be able to qualify all of my information on reliable sources before I bring it to you. I can't just make up a bunch of stuff and say, oh, hello, this is what I'm thinking. Nobody cares about that. That's not true. We need to give you actionable, reliable information. Get what I'm saying? So I'm just asking for you, please be patient. I am here to help you. I want to help you get this money. I'm not here to just waste your time. Trust me. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to sit here and just talk about nothing all day either. So, what do we know? Like I said, according to the IRS website, you may want to think about filing a 2020 tax return if you have not received it yet. One other side note, I've mentioned this many times before in my other videos. Technically, the IRS has the entire year of 2021 to send out your $1,400 stimulus check. So, if you haven't received it yet, technically within the language and the legislation that they have with the last stimulus bill that contains this $1,400, it's written right in there saying they have the entire calendar year of 2021 to send out this payment to you. So, here we are in mid-April. Technically, they could send it out to you on December 31st. It sounds ridiculous. I know. But that is technically what could happen. You know, last year we saw this with a handful of people as well. Some people, for some reason, didn't get the payments, the $1,200, and then all of a sudden in October or November, something like that, all of a sudden out of nowhere, the payment showed up in their account or at their mailbox. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems weird to me that would even be allowed. I feel like they should have had some date parameters around this, wrap some rules around it. You know what I mean? Wrap some dates around this thing rather than just keeping it open-ended that, oh yeah, you get the whole year. I feel like they should have just absolutely wrapped some dates around this and said it must be out by blank and give a date. You know what I mean? Because this isn't fair. It's not fair to all of you who are still waiting. So I'm going to be here for you. I'm going to keep giving you updates. But I just want to ask for your patience with this. Seriously, I can only give you what I find. So I hope that makes sense. I'll continue to be here for you. Anytime I get new information, I will let you know. Otherwise, feel free to take some steps on what I talked about in this video, and I hope it helps you out. Just continue watching your accounts. Continue checking the Get My Payment tool. Continue watching your mailbox. Feel free to call the IRS. See if they have any answers for you. The dedicated number for the IRS, their stimulus check line is 1-800-919-9835 if you want to give that a call. Again, 1-800-919-9835. That is the dedicated phone number for the stimulus checks. I hope this helps you out. I just want you to know I'm here for you and I want to help you. Thanks, everybody. Please be patient with me. I'm here to help you. Thanks again. Enjoy. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, share this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. I'll see you later.